the breakdown's going back to school. This is how well do you know rugby? The start of an exam. We're already missing one person.
Excuse me, miss.
He's got a question already.
I've got a question.
What is
Just
it?
like to say I'm here against my own free will.
Well, look, when you go to school, you have to, right? And it's the
Yeah.
same thing. School is in session. You're about to take the breakdown referee's exam.
Another question. How did you get to be quizmaster?
That's a great question. I was nominated.
I'd like to know who the committee
I
was.
was
I
nominated.
didn't nominate you.
Oh,
Yes, I did.
Is there a full
I
review?
think you do a great job.
Well, look.
She's not going to help you.
No, well, I've been
Help
thinking
you.
about the type of students. I'm sure, Jeff, you've already done your research before this exam.
You would've been
JK, you would have been
studying
a
all
cheat
week.
at school, right?
Pardon?
You would have been the school cheat.
Yes. That's why I'm back in the chair so I can see his answers.
The one thing I can guarantee is that I'm not copying any of his answers. None. Where's the other? There was supposed to be 3 of us.
Look, that's a great question. That is a question I cannot answer. But it is up to you two today to fly the flag for the breakdown.
Mills.
There's a new strain of COVID about.
Convenient.
It's called
Convenient COVID. Mills
has got
Muliaina.
it because he knows he was going to.
Well, he's officially third then. He's officially third and he got every answer wrong.
How well do you know rugby, Jeff?
Well, it depends on how hard the questions are. And I've got a poor memory, and so there was no point me studying.
Percentage rate?
What if I disagree with some of the laws?
We'll talk about it.
This could be the longest competition exam ever.
Ever.
Is there a time limit on this?
Yeah, we
Is
do.
it
We've got an
multi-choice?
hour.
We haven't even got past the introduction.
Is it multi-choice?
It is multi-choice. Look, I think we should probably stop with
Okay.
the questions and we should start putting the questions to you. You
Right.
have the exams in front of you. If you turn the page over, it is multi-choice.
Right.
We'll start off with question 1. What is the maximum distance between the touchlines? A, B, C or D?
How do you want us to answer?
Well, no. We just
But
got
you
to
need to
circle it.
circle
We
the
just gotta
answer.
circle it. So
Oh, circle the answer.
okay, right.
Circle the answer.
Between the touchline, so okay.
Read the question
And
carefully.
listen to the question.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm listening.
Right.
I'm listening.
Here it is. What is the maximum distance between the touchlines?
Right, do we get a point for writing a name?
Yes.
Yes.
Name at the top.
1.
Okay, you've got 1.
Yeah, here we go. All over it. All
One
over
more
it.
thing.
Mills, I know you're not here, mate, but I've put JK and Mills. So we're doing it
Oh, this is a
together?
combination.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Is your whole theory of putting C with everything going to work?
Yes.
All right.
Like school C.
All right.
Is that what you did?
Is that what you did, C? Because it was school C?
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
giving me the answer?
No, that's just the question.
Yeah.
Have you got this one? Surely you've got that one. That's an easy one to start off with. Question 2.
Excuse me, you didn't answer my question, miss. Excuse me. We have 4 touchlines.
What was your question?
Which touchlines?
No, there's only 2 touchlines.
2 touch lines.
Goal
There's
lines.
4.
There's 2 touchlines and goal lines.
Yeah, no, but there's 4.
What do you mean
There's
there's 4?
touch lines, and they also touch at the other end. They're goal lines, but they're still touch. It still goes out.
Sideways.
Thank you.
Touch lines.
You've got to get clarity, mate.
We move on.
Wow.
Question 2.
What, how long can everyone be here?
Excuse me.
How long
Can we
has
go
everyone got?
back to question 1?
Well-
That is not a law. That is not a law.
What's it-
Like, I'm not going to be the ref and go,
It is a law for the
sorry,
game."
the field is 68 metres
Well,
wide.
it's
It's not
right.
a law.
67
So
for
do
a
you know
World
the
Cup.
answer?
Yes, of course I
Oh,
know
then
the answer.
We'll move on
But it's
then.
not a law.
Do you know
Question
at Rugby
2.
Park in Invercargill, it's 57 metres wide? Because they didn't want to use their backs. They just want to use their forwards. That's how they hold the Ranfurly
That's a good
Shield.
fact.
It is, 57.
That is a good fact. OK, question 2. Under what circumstances may a temporary replacement be used? Now you get to pick 4 answers. So you can't just pick C, JK. A, treatment of a sprained ankle. B, an open wound. C, taping of a damaged finger. D, a bleeding nose. E, emergency toilet break. And there's none of those on the exam today. F, replacement of a temporary replacement. G, replacement of a blood-stained jersey. H, head injury assessment. Or I, need to ring mum. We're deep in thought now. This is when it's starting to get serious. Question 2. Take note.
Yeah, because like,
What is it now, JK?
Who put a need to ring mum? Seriously.
yeah.
Well, you can take one out, can't you?
Right, just that one, maybe. Okay.
Pick 4.
Okay. Well, let's go. Next one.
Mind you, you're not allowed to take a toilet break on the
You've
field.
picked 5.
I know, because
Who have you seen doing that?
But it says pick 4. I mean, this is as simple as... Anyway.
no, but
Are you looking at his piece of paper?
Well,
He's cheating.
he's used a red pen, which is really silly because then it's easy to pick out with
yeah, but like,
I told you I wasn't going to copy any of his answers.
So he's
excuse
picked
me.
5. So that
Excuse me,
he's
who was
gotta-
the last guy that got caught taking a pee on the field? You remember that? Used to happen a bit in my day.
Well, maybe you didn't go to the changing
You're
suit.
not allowed to go to the toilet on the field. So
Who was it?
By law.
Are you naming and shaming someone, or?
Well,
No,
it was recently. You should remember. You were probably commentating, or it might have been in your era. Was it Josh?
I'm not putting anyone under this. I can't remember.
JK's making up his own exam.
Right. He's trying to distract us from the
Yeah,
exam here.
he's circled 5 instead of 4, so that's an automatic deduction.
This is the whole thing about rugby. Too many laws, it's not interesting.
We've got a whole thing about rugby.
Yeah, but no, okay.
Right.
Okay, we'll move on. Question 3. How many scrum front row players must be nominated when a team lists 23 players? 1, 3, 4, 5 or 6?
That's a very good question.
This is fascinating.
Yeah. The hardest thing is just reading the questions, not this one, this obviously. I've already moved to the next one.
Oh, are you? You've moved on.
We've moved
okay,
on.
well, can you help JK then, please?
No, he's good to go.
Oh, you're done too?
Yeah, it's irrelevant because
Okay.
I don't really care.
Great.
Okay.
Next question. What
Like, who
does...
cares?
the scrum
Like,
front, right.
I came here to talk about rules. Like,
They're laws, they're not rules.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, like, who cares about the front row? Seriously?
Do you want to get rid of them altogether?
Well, I think we should.
No, we shouldn't.
No, we've got to get rid of. We've got to actually start and get back to. Now, listen. This is my theory. And the whole thing is about the game. Is it's too aerobic. It needs to be more anaerobic. So we should not be changing players, especially front rowers, because we need fatigue in our game. Right. So I don't agree with having that many front rowers.
So there's quite a few then.
There's a lot.
Okay, right. Next.
Okay, next question. What does tactical advantage mean? A, possession of the ball by the non-offending team. B, a gain in ground by the non-offending team. C, freedom for the non-offending team to play the ball as they wish. Or D, freedom for the offending team to play the ball as they wish. Just too much words, isn't it?
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of jargon.
I work in pictures.
That's a lot of
so all of a sudden
mumble-jumble.
I've got to imagine these things happening.
Yeah. So if I translate that question,
Yep, what does it say?
means what's happening after a penalty with the ref with his arm out, right? I'd say that would be a tactical advantage. Someone's infringed.
Don't try and confuse me with your words.
Oh, I'm just like that's the trouble.
This is
like,
confusing.
Yeah, try and. They say a great game, you should be able to explain it to a 9-year-old. And I'm struggling.
This is the first page.
I
You said
possibly
there's
could
a
have the
22,
intelligence
right?
of a
Okay,
9-year-old.
okay, all right.
Okay. Do we have an answer?
No, I need to read it again because there's so many words up there. Possession of the ball by a non-offending team. Okay, by the non-offending. Again in the...
Yeah, no, I've taken a stab at that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll move on.
Have we finished?
Page 1 is done. Page 1 of the referee's exam.
Right, so can
How
I
are you
drink?
feeling?
Can I
Drinks
grab
break?
some water? Drinks break? I mean,
More
after
than
the first
water
page.
for this stuff. I've got a headache already. Look at the state of that. What is that law? At a conversion kick, if the ball falls over before the kicker begins the approach to kick, which of the following apply?
The funny thing is, because you've never had to do this, so it doesn't. That's why you won't get this right.
But we've
you ever
seen this
taken a shot
before
at
in
goal?
games.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What, your last ever game, the last ever kick after, like...
Marist versus Massey to win the game, actually.
Square...
Did you get it?
Oh, please, to win the game.
Did you get it, JK?
Yeah.
Can we get... we need confirmation from someone about this.
Please.
And you got it?
Of course, mate. I was kicking like Foxy was lucky that I didn't carry on kicking. Okay, I'm trying to distract from this. Yeah.
Okay, this question, which again
two.
is just mumble jumble. JK.
How can there be two? There can't be two answers to this law.
There are.
There are two answers to the
There
law.
are two answers. Is the kick disallowed? B,
No.
the kicker may replace the ball and the time limit for taking the kick recommences.
No.
The kicker may replace the ball but must complete the kick within the original 90-second time limit. The kicker may attempt to drop kick at goal. Or E, the kicker may scream and curse at the wind for 30 seconds in the hope that it stops.
It's
Which
so
one?
brilliant. So he went, no, and then he stopped talking, and then he went to his paper. So I'm pretty
he's got his two.
I think he's gone
He's
C.
got his two.
I think he's gone C. You know, I mean, seriously, God, or far out.
So this is what I believe that the lawmakers should do, besides all get out of the game and go and do something else. We need to take the law book and just get rid of stuff.
Haven't they just brought the timer into Six Nations? That kick that's come in? Why in the world is it? I'm assuming, is that in Super Rugby this year? It better
No
be.
huddles before the line out, which
No
is
huddles.
great.
Yeah, it's
Speeds
good.
the game up.
Speeds the game.
What? I mean, you saw the first round
I
of,
like
So
that.
good.
of Six Nations.
That's a great idea.
So good.
It's quick.
So good. Right.
Okay,
All right, here
so
we go.
we're adjusting the rules as we go
Yes.
as well. So if you've got
We're trying to
any
improve the game.
We are. That's what we're doing here on the breakdown.
Okay.
We're improving the game. Next question, 7. An in-goal player catches the ball from an opponent's kick and touches it down. That player is then late tackled. What actions are available to the referee? Oh, you like these ones, JK.
Why would I like this, miss?
This is right up your alley. This is what you're always complaining about, isn't it?
Well, I don't. I feel cheated.
From what?
Tell me what law that is.
Well, I can't. These have come straight out of the law book, though.
This is for the referee.
This is what they have to sit
The referee
through.
have to deal with. So
But
when
the-
this
but
action
this is the
happens-
whole
So,
prob-
so
this is the whole
But this is
problem.
what
This is an interpretation. If it's not a law.
But this is what they need to do in order to go out on the field.
So this is
But
when the
this is the
referees
problem.
are out there.
There should
then
be
you
just
have
one
to
answer.
explain the
So he
decisions
knows,
that they
the referee
make.
knows what they can do.
Yeah, but what I'm saying that is you're allowed to pick 3.
Yeah, well, he's got multiple options here.
Exactly, which is ridiculous. It's not a law.
He'll do all 3. It could, you know.
He could, and that's when that law. Remember when we nearly lost in Melbourne, right?
But we didn't. No, yeah.
That is a law that has never been enforced because it's F of a dumb question like this, and all of a sudden some random who used to pick, most of the world's picked A and B goes, no, I'm going to pick F.
You'll hear
Because it's interpretation.
Yeah.
It's whatever they feel like on the day.
Yeah, exactly. What was the question again?
So you're attacking.
Oh, I like it.
Do we do psychological assessments of the
Of the
refs?
referees.
No, seriously, do
Why
they
do
have
you want
psych
that?
tests? Like most people who work on the breakdown? He's studying. So I've got to pick
it?
3 of
You've got to
these.
pick 3. Which 3?
That's ridiculous.
The ridiculous thing is, he picks one of these. We then talk about it on Sunday on the breakdown.
But are you seriously telling me that there is 3 choices for this law?
There is 3 choices, JK. There is 3 choices. Take your pick, please.
Guys,
She's begging
all
with you now.
referees
She's
that I've
almost
ever
begging
seen.
with you.
pleading.
Yeah.
I'm pleading.
Yeah. What have you? How busy a day have you got?
I'm very busy.
Really busy? I don't know about anyone else. I've got a pretty busy day.
So,
you know?
look, we're 1/3 of the way through.
Yeah.
I don't care if you guys are busy. This is important. Like,
You want to just screw this up, throw it away like your piece of paper over there, and
come
start
on.
again.
At what point do we think JK is going to storm off?
I'd be surprised if he makes it to the end of this page,
We
to be honest.
stand things-
I just find it ridiculous. Like,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Do you want to continue?
Yeah. I think I could be the only one doing this. Mills is
Which
used
means
the
you automatically
convenience.
win.
I
It's like
automatically
making my head like.
We'll pick one if you want, JK. Just pick one.
Okay.
Lucky you're not in the middle.
See, on here it doesn't actually have in brackets pick 3, so I'd only pick 1 and then I had to read that. Anyway, okay.
So, for example, C, right? Because I'm interpreting it, it's my choice because one of them is I didn't think it was a late tackle.
But it was. It said it was a late
It says
tackle.
it's
Yeah,
a
but
late
I saw
tackle.
it. I'm the referee, and I'd interpreted that the guy deserved it because he was being a dick.
How can he deserve it?
Because he's mouthing off
deserved
during the
that late
game. He
shot.
annoyed the shit out of me, right? He answered me back
that's the
before.
case-
Someone hit him late, and I'm going, he deserved it.
That's what the ref's saying on the field.
That's my interpretation.
Can you imagine if JK had a whistle?
I thought we were trying to make
And
the
he's
game.
just like, no,
Yeah,
you're talking
no.
back to me. Actually, you're
Okay,
gone.
Yeah. Gosh, if that's the case, how much trouble would I have got into? Here we go. Wait, can we go to the next one? Have you
Let's
done
go.
that?
Yeah, I've only answered one though.
Okay, next question.
Just do another round of ones.
Question 8. Here we go again. From the kickoff, the ball is kicked into the in goal without touching any other player, where the defending team immediately ground the ball. With which of the following options can the game be restarted? Pick 2. Or 1.
I have no idea about that. That's ridiculous. I have no idea. Because, Goldie, can you tell me the answer? We need to discuss this.
Why?
Because
So it's a kick-off, goes to the end goal.
Yeah,
Right,
but-
immediately touches it down.
He touches it down.
He puts it down, yeah.
Right? For
Okay.
me...
How can it be restarted? What's the option?
Yeah,
I mean, that's the question.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Okay.
Okay, right.
You just needed to talk it through.
Yeah, we talked it through.
Okay, once you've talked it through, you've got the answer. Okay, next, here we go.
It's so much easier with video, right?
The referees don't have video.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
they're
they're
all
on the
standing
field,
looking
they're
at the
all
big
On the
screen.
field,
game.
but before they're accepted to go out
but
there,
they're
they've got to
seeing it
pass
live,
this.
right?
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
seeing it live.
Now I know why.
makes
Now I
sense.
know why.
It's so confusing
when we
for
go
them.
up to the TMO, it takes 45 minutes because you've got 28 options.
They've got to go back to the A, B, C, D,
yeah, A, B, and
E,
C, and
F,
he
G.
gets confused. And
Yeah.
shit, which
And
one
he's
does it?
like, which answer is it?
They have the I need to ring my mum. That's in their list
I
as
need to
well.
phone
Right?
a
I need to
friend.
ring my mum. Yeah, phone a friend. Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
And that's why we're still waiting there.
We
2
should bring
minutes
that in,
later.
phone a friend.
And that's what happens
How
then
good
all of a
would
sudden.
phone a friend be the
Amazing.
TMO?
So here's the thing, like they've got a referee and 2 assistant referees plus the TMO discussing these options. No,
The
Yeah,
phone a
they'll all
friend is a
disagree,
good
right?
option.
They'll all disagree like we disagree.
Yeah.
Let's try one.
Yeah.
At the 22-metre dropout, pick
Yeah.
2. Okay, we'll try one. At the 22-metre dropout, the ball is kicked so that it travels into the... Why don't we just cut some of these words out? At the 22-metre dropout, it's been kicked.
No,
And
I
it
don't
doesn't
think that
touch a
helps.
player. The player from the receiving team grounds the ball, which in the following options are available. We just answered that. It's just like...
Okay, we'll move on. But you want the phone a friend option for our referees?
Yes.
Would you want them to call you mid-game?
I was about to say, there's one person I don't think they're calling.
Is that where they're going?
I
Are they
reckon
calling
they're
you?
not calling Sir John Kirwan. That's who they're not calling.
Who are
right
they
now.
calling?
Who are they calling? Oh, well,
If they're stuck in a situation and they're going through their A, B, C, D, E, Fs, who are they ringing?
Well, if you've got a phone, you think about it.
Well, if you've actually got...
You think
what
about it.
what
You've got a
the top
TMO, you've got a
sports
really
have.
hard decision, and you can phone a friend,
Oh,
and Sky are allowed to film it.
That'd be
I would
amazing.
definitely call me and throw me under the bus. I would totally do that, because then it becomes my call, and if I stuff it up, I get thrown under the bus.
Right.
Award a 22-metre dropout to the receiving team. Award a scrum to the receiving team on the kicking team's 22-metre line. Award another 22-metre dropout to the kicking team.
Have we answered this one?
It was similar to the one before,
Okay,
but
so we'll go to question 10.
I'll tell you what, that's a hell of a drop kick, though.
that's a great drop
I mean, you
kick.
think about that. It's gone
That
gone
is a great-
75
that is a
metres. I
great
mean,
drop
That's
kick.
Geordie Barrett.
I'll take that guy. And Geordie Ballot in Wellington. Geordie
Yeah,
Barrett in
it's
Wellington.
Geordie in Wellington
That
with the
can
wind
happen
behind
all the
it.
time. Yeah, southerly or northerly doesn't make any difference whatsoever.
Okay, next question. Which of the following statements, JK, applies to the formation of a ruck? Pick 2. You love these pick 2s.
Yeah, because you think about this. We have this dynamic game of contact, right? Where we see it on television, we see it slow down 50 times, but the referee sees, offer Tunganawhasi, hit a ruck at 100 miles an hour, and he's got to go through his head 4 options.
And pick 2 of them.
Yeah.
And then pick 1.
Yeah. Which of the following statements applies to the formation of a ruck?
How often would you, Jeff?
Okay,
You
do
might
this
need to
at home,
talk through
right?
it.
Do this at home, people. You're on the football field, right? And there's a ruck. So which of the following statement applies to the formation of the ruck? By then, the ruck's over. There's a fight. Right? A, one of the player from each team must be on their feet and over the ball. One player from each team must be on their feet and in a physical contact over the ball. The ruck must be formed in the field of play. Yeah, good one. They're outside the field of play. Yeah, nice. The ruck can be formed in the field of play or in the... You can't tell me that the refs are doing this shit, man. Like before the season, you cannot tell me that this is their test.
See, I loved all of that. Gave me time to think about it and actually put my answers down. So
You've finished, haven't you? Haven't you finished the whole 22?
Yeah, but
I've moved on to the next
I'm
one.
bringing people in at home.
yeah, no, I get what you're
Right?
saying, JK.
So you know what's passed?
What?
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
And
problem
we're
with the
still
game.
waiting.
Yeah,
It's
still
stopped.
waiting for the ref to go, B. One player from each team must be on their feet and in physical contact over the ball. Of course it's B.
Okay.
Okay, here we go,
Next
here we go.
question. The referee can see that the ball has been clearly won and is available to be played. What actions, if any, should the referee now take?
I'm not answering this one
Why?
because they don't abide by this law. So, right? So they're getting confused with don't touch the halfback. So I get really annoyed when the ball is out and an opposition player sees the ball's out and he wants to attack it, but he has to ask the ref first because the ref might go, no. So that, I'm not answering.
So what would you like changed?
I want that law changed.
So he didn't.
How do you want it changed?
He didn't. He's zero.
Well, it's out.
He gets 0
The ball
points
is
for this
out.
one. So
The
if he
ball
hasn't
is
answered,
out.
he gets 0 points.
No, seriously, it's a serious question, mate. You can't keep going back. This is a serious opinion. This is a serious question that I want you to answer.
What?
That law is irrelevant because the refs don't abide by it. So, right, here's the halfback. Right, and the ball's there, and then you've got the other muppet that's got a foot like that, right?
He's not a muppet.
He's
He's a
a
forward.
muppet.
He's a forward. He's not a muppet. He's a
muppet.
forward.
Anyone with a low number then.
So anyone
And
under
they're doing
8,
this, they're
anyone
doing this.
under number 8, you don't take it personally.
Yeah.
It doesn't
No,
mean that.
loose forwards, frustrated wingers, you're all good.
Okay,
Anyone-
right.
So,
Yeah.
they're doing this, right? And then there's a bit of that.
Well, the ball's
And
out then.
yeah, but the refs don't do it.
Yeah.
They don't do it.
No, they have. They've started doing it. Someone
No,
scored
they
a try in
haven't.
the
I
Six
saw-
Nations
you
last
see-
weekend, right? They ran around, just picked the ball up and went.
Yeah, because you don't know what that rule is.
Yeah. Look, I agree with you. When is the
not
ball out,
answering.
when it's not out?
Okay, not
All right.
answering.
Okay, not answering.
Not
but-
answering that
No,
one.
no, hang on. No one's answering. No one can get points for that. We either agree that it's a dumb rule and it needs to be changed. You can't answer it if we all can't, like...
Well, what have I got to lose by answering it? I mean, that's
Nothing.
my theory here. I've got
Nothing.
nothing
You're
to
not getting
lose.
points taken
But
away.
I'll put on here, but JK doesn't like this. Didn't like this. Okay.
OK, what number was that?
JK's
What
just
answer?
drawing pictures and throwing them on the ground.
The referee can see the ball and it's clearly won and is available to play. What
Oh,
actions
no.
the finish should the ref take? Take no action? Well, he can do it. Can I pick two? Take
You
no
pick two.
action.
You just go. Right.
Use it. Oh, that use it.
So
I hate
the good
that
thing is
use
it's
it.
only a matter of time before you pick and say stick figures come back out and
No,
you can
that's
start
them over
drawing
there.
again.
I should have drawn that, sorry.
You wait till we get to the tackle. That's going to be so good.
The Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're moving on. JK.
Okay.
Jeff, which of the following infringements at a line-out should be penalised with a free kick? You've gone through this one in your head, haven't you, Jeff?
No. I was listening to that, yeah.
Talk
Which
through this
of
one.
the following infringements and at a line out should be penalised with a free kick? OK.
What do you think?
So if I'm driving
Done.
along the motorway...
Done.
If I'm driving along the motorway
Next question.
and the speeding law is 100 and I'm going 110, should I be penalised or not? I mean, there's no should.
It's a free kick. It's a line out, a free kick. I don't know where the motorway fits into this. It's pretty simple. Look, read the actions. What's a free kick offence?
Oh, who knows, mate? Like,
I think you're just getting lost in all the words.
yeah, well, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
too wordy.
Which of the following infringements at a line out should
So
be penalised?
picture a line out,
with a
JK.
free kick?
Picture
Yeah,
a line out.
I've got all that,
Picture
mate.
that. Okay, so picture a player obstructs an opponent who's jumping for the ball in the air.
That's
Is
not
that
a
a free
free
kick
kick.
offence?
No,
Okay,
it's a
rule it
penalty.
out then. It's not. All
No.
right. Okay.
Right.
He places a hand on the shoulder of opposition. Is it a free kick?
No. it's
No.
penalty.
All right. So a player closes the gap in the line out before. If it closes the gap, I'm doing everything I can to help you here.
I need to finish the all the
No,
questions.
you don't. That's the thing. You've got to visualise this thing, all right? So they close the gap in the line out. Is it a
Why
free
don't we
kick?
have footage?
Okay.
You're a visual learner. It's
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
So clear.
You're a visual
Player in the
learner.
line out crosses the
15
15-metre line
before
before
the
the line out has been ended and the ball is not thrown beyond that line. A player jumps and is supported before the ball has been thrown in.
Which one of those? Which two of
You've
them?
ruled
You
two
got
of them
those?
out.
You ruled two of them out.
Oh,
So when
I'm
you're
not
when you
answering
do
two,
a
I'm
school
answering
C and you're in the school and you're going through this whole process of your selection and reading, are you doing this out loud for everyone to?
do you know what I think? We should send JK to referee school.
I thought this was it.
I'll tell you what they did.
I thought I was gonna- I thought I was- if I passed today, I thought I could ref.
Richard Jefferson, he did. He works for ESPN now. Was a great player.
Yeah.
Played and won titles in the NBA. He went and did the full referees course, and then refereed in the pre-season. Did a couple of games, and he did the G League, the development league over there. He said he couldn't believe how unbelievably difficult it was, and basketball in some ways is similar. There's a lot of rules, a lot of things that happen. A lot of contact.
Yeah, I saw that LeBron James foul at the end of the Lakers game.
How bad was that?
Well, I don't know basketball, and I knew that it was a foul.
Yeah.
But this is part of my problem. It's not the ref's fault. I say that. I think they do an amazing job. We should make them superstars and give them more money. Or maybe they can just go to Japan at the end of their careers. But who knows?
Everyone else seems to be going.
But we need to simplify the stuff, mate.
Yeah, but see, I think this is actually quite simple, this line-out question.
Yeah, but there's two answers.
Yeah, but there's two different actions.
Yeah, but
When I
there's two
see an
answers.
action, you see one action, you go, oh, that's a free kick. You see that action, it's a free kick. Our referees are very, very smart. Very, very clever.
They must be.
They are.
They must be.
And their ability to process, that's why we don't do it.
The personality, I reckon the psychological personality test, right, has to be taken. Because look at you and me, right? You would be so, what's the word?
But
Fiscal?
here's the thing.
No, that's not the word. What's the word? Whereas I'd go, that's all right.
Yeah, but hold on. Whose fault is all of this? It's not the referee's fault. It's the player's fault. If the player didn't obstruct the opponent in the ear, you wouldn't have a problem.
Okay.
All right. So you didn't close the gap. You wouldn't.
Okay.
So it's
and I totally
the
get
player's
that.
issue, right?
So why don't
stop
they,
cheating?
No. So why don't they take my? Why don't they take my
I think this is
idea
simple.
of 3 penalties in a row? Your 5-minute yellow card.
Yeah. Look,
because they know.
Yeah.
And you would have done the same. We all would have done the same. At the elite level, if you can get away with something, you do.
Yeah, but no, you can't get away with it now. In our day, you can get away with it.
Then we sit there. We've got 48 penalties.
We had like 4 cameras. We never did a replay. There was no TMO, mate.
Yeah, but it's not about.
The number of times you played me off the ball was ridiculous. John,
you deserved it, mate.
I did not deserve it.
Where's deserve it in D?
What?
That guy deserved it.
Ryan, have you circled 2?
Yeah.
No, you've only circled 1.
No, because I refused to.
He's not answering the second.
Because I tell you why I refused.
This next question's my favourite. Here it is.
Okay, read this one for us, Jeff.
Oh, how must the props bind when the front row is engaged?
He doesn't care.
I mean, clearly this is important to you. This is important to you. All right, here we go.
Pick 2, JK. Pick 2.
Oh my God.
There can't be 2.
Oh, this is
How
so
does
good.
the prop bind when the front row's engaged? There can only be 1. Surely. Seriously, you've got to back me up on this one, Goldie. Surely. You can't tell me that a ref goes and there's 2 ways to bind.
Right. I'm trying to get my head around this.
You're such a geek,
Shall we go
mate.
through the answers together? Do you want to go through it again?
Yes, please.
You read
yes, please, miss.
Okay.
You read them for us, JK. We'll talk through them.
Okay. How must the props bind when the front row's engaged? B, most of the 45,000 in the stand don't care. Anyway, A, loose head prop binds outside the tight head's right arm. The tight head prop binds outside the loose head's left arm. The tight head prop may bind on the loose head's prop's upper arm. D, tight head prop must opt not to bind. All props must bind on the back or side of the opposing prop's bodies. Once bound, props may exert upward or downward pressure on the opponents.
Clear as mud?
That's ridiculous. That is like... But seriously, who cares? Like, who cares?
Got it.
But I don't understand how there can be 2 to a law.
I mean, we could try and demonstrate this, but no one would want to see 2 wings try.
I would love to.
No.
I would love to see it.
Hold on. You were wearing glasses. There's no way. There's no way.
No.
Question 14.
Okay.
Where is the mark for a penalty kick awarded if in goal?
Where is the mark for a penalty kick awarded if in goal?
Mm-hmm. Simple, right?
You know, I know what the answer is, but then they've written all these... Like,
Get rid of the other ones.
Yeah. So
just go for
if
the
you think
answer.
you know where it is...
Tick that one. Don't read the others.
So don't read all the words and then work out the answer which
I don't need you
matches
teaching
where
me,
you think it is.
I don't need your help right now. This is an exam. I'm just commenting on the complete waste of words when it could be written easier. People
As you
just
say,
trying to
Jeff,
confuse
these
me.
referees are smart.
Well, let's be honest though.
They can decipher these.
But if you gave us a visual of this, it would be
know.
so much easier, right? If it was
Especially for me. I'm a visual learner.
You're both visual learners. Okay, question 15. The attacking team is awarded a penalty kick and does not opt to kick a penalty goal, but rather kicks the ball towards the corner. The ball rolls through the in-goal area and into touch in goal. Without being touched by a defending player, what options can the referee offer? 22-metre dropout to the defending team, a 5-metre scrum to the defending team, a scrum to the defending team where the ball was kicked.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
You got those?
Yeah, good. Let's go.
Okay, 16. What may an opponent do to a player carrying the ball?
I think you were best at C, wasn't it? Your best defence?
Yeah.
Trip with the
Oh,
foot.
but E. Oh, that happened once. It was Wellington, right?
Yeah, correct.
Fitzy remembers that well.
Yeah. Lucky the guy had his mouth guarded. sort of defeated the purpose a wee bit.
That second word in there, I don't understand that one.
It's overrated.
Yeah, all right.
What may an opponent do to a player carrying the ball? Push him, tackle him, trip him with a foot, hold.
You can pick as many as you want. Pick them all if you like, JK.
The only one I'd be doubting with
What's
would be push.
interesting?
The push, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's a ruck, you're pushing them backwards. I mean, there's definitely B, right, and definitely D, because that whole holding them up is important. But I would say that push would be a grey.
You've got to be able to push someone out, though.
You're actually
Running
allowed
down the sideline.
you're actually allowed to ankle tap as well.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, I think A as well.
You're right. Let's work on that. They'll be both either right or wrong then.
This is a team effort now.
Yeah, that's
You
right,
might as well put all of your names at the top of this one because you're all doing it together.
No, we're not doing too well, son.
Here we go. Oh, we love a good true or false.
In general play,
50-50. We love 50-50.
Yeah.
when an onside teammate moves ahead of a retreating player offside under the 10-metre law, that player is put onside. True or false?
In general play, when an onside teammate moves ahead of a retreating player offside under the 10-metre law, that player is put onside. True or false? In general play, when an onside teammate moves ahead of a retreating player.
So is that saying that the offside player is within the 10 metre?
Well, that's right.
If he's
and
still
how
within
far
the 10
offside
metres?
is he? Is? How
Yeah, but it
offside?
doesn't matter. He can be put onside. But yeah,
Well, he's got to be outside the 10-metre law, otherwise, because that's the 10-metre law.
50-50.
False.
See, I can argue this.
I can argue that.
We
Okay,
can
give us your
argue that one,
argument.
which is
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
We can defend ourselves when the results come out.
You can defend
What
that
did you
one.
go?
False.
I'll go the other one then.
Okay,
All right?
next
Okay,
up.
Here we go.
After a teammate kicks the ball, an offside player standing 15 metres from an opponent is put onside. If that opponent plays the ball with a foot, true or false?
That is, right?
You're drawing it now.
Well, you can't answer that question
Show us why.
because if it's a 15-metre circle, like, you can't answer that question because 15 metres, like, they could be anywhere.
Was he onside or not? If he plays, is he onside or not?
Well, it depends.
Well, just say whether he is or not.
What
True
is
or false?
15? What's these 15 metres
15
behind the
metres from
kicker?
guy. Yeah, but how do you mean from behind the kicker?
He's onside.
Well, then he's not offside, but he's from the guy receiving it. That's the way I
Don't
look at
say C, it depends.
it. C.
It depends.
Let's write another C in there. Depends. Right, on
Okay.
the final page. I think we've ripped through it now. We're after. Yeah.
Another true or false here?
Okay, here we go. We've got
This
3 out
one?
of 4 are true. Let's go. Okay, here we go.
To be
After the team
described,
makes it's false.
you've got your answer. To be described as brought to the ground, a ball carrier must have both knees on the ground. True or false?
False.
Okay.
You're doing it out loud now. It's a verbal
Yeah.
one. I mean, you're not trying to hide your answers. Is that? I mean, it's an intimidation factor.
One
or?
knee, mate. It's one knee.
Eh?
It's one knee.
Yeah. No, we're good now.
Next up,
Yeah.
a player who is tackled in the opponent's in goal may get up and move towards the goalpost to score a try. True or false?
There's missing a detail.
100% missing a detail.
Missing a detail.
Yeah. Whether he's held or not.
Yeah, and whether he releases the ball and then picks it up again, which is the law.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No. You don't have to release the ball if you're not held.
Yeah, but he's saying he's tackled,
Yeah.
which means he's tackled, which means he's held. Otherwise, it's not a tackle.
Okay.
Right? So that's a detail I agree with. But also, if I release the ball and pick it up, which is high risk and goal.
Yeah.
So,
Did you try that when you were playing, the old fake put down and go around the post?
yeah, I told the ref before the game.
Oh, what was that?
So I put it on. So I put it on my foot.
Is that within the spirit of the game?
It was
that's not
pretty
the
good when
spirit
I
of the
scored
game.
down the other end of the
Oh,
game.
no, that was
I was in
no,
good
that was,
spirits.
No, but that was a. No, I'm talking about when you just go to score a try. You know, people do the old half slide and then run around and put it under the post
All the time,
all the time.
if I could.
Yeah.
All the time. No, but that one was one of my favourite ones because I put it on my. I put it down. So you go.
But that was for stop of 22 though, right?
Yeah, no, they kicked it into the 22,
Yeah, and then go
and
on.
I put it on my foot, which is not down. Everyone stopped, and then I walked back to the 22 and then took off.
Did you?
Yeah.
That is well and truly not in the spirit of the game.
Yeah, but I scored the try down the other end and everyone was moaning.
Hold on. So had you pre-warned the referee that this is the sort of tactic you might use in the game? I wonder what other things this Auckland crowd used in the late 80s, early 90s to win all of those games, gave away penalties in front of your line. How many times? How many times do you reckon those players would have got yellow cards in your day? Oh, unbelievable.
Never.
What? No, but they could. There were no cards.
Because there's 42,
cards.
There's 42 multi-choices around that rule. So if we go back, JK has been kicked the ball in the opponent's, in his own 22.
No,
and he puts it down on his foot.
In your own end goal.
On his foot, and all the other idiots stop.
These rules.
So hold on.
Is it down?
Here's the other question I have. Did you actually tell the rest of your team you were going to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, you did tell him.
So there's three things that we did. The quick throw-in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Told the ref for that. Never been done before.
Yeah.
Just throw it, go. That one on the foot. And the other one...
Were you going to try and pull that out in a test match?
Yeah. I was just so dying to.
I would love to have seen that. But that's got...
Well, we did in a test match, the quick throw-in.
Yeah, the quick throw-in.
Okay.
Right, OK.
Did
we answer that one? Okay.
No.
Yes, you did answer. You've answered that one, haven't you? True or false?
Well,
there's a detail missing.
Yeah, there's a detail missing.
So you're not going to answer it?
Well, yeah.
You just write a note to the marker?
Yeah, we'll presume.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we don't get that one, we'll make a formal complaint.
That's right. A ball carrier throws a pass to a teammate immediately after being tackled. The teammate is immediately tackled by an opponent. What action should the referee take?
The ball carrier throws a pass to a teammate immediately after being tackled. Legal. The teammate is immediately tackled by an opponent. What action should the referee take? Play on, you idiot.
So we're...
What one is that?
It's not there. Pause, play and seek advice from a fan in the crowd. Yeah, that's a good one.
You
Allow
actually
play
like
to
these.
continue. Thank you.
Okay, you got that. Yeah. Final question. You've made it to the end. It's taken some time. We've had to digest and you've had to work as a team, but you've got there.
Thank you, miss.
Your final question. A true or false? Nice and easy to finish. A tackled ball carrier may not immediately pass the ball. True or false?
See, this is where I got called out of my driver's exam. When I was doing it down in Invercargill for the very first time.
Yes.
You know, where you do those, you do scratchies in those days, you do a scratchy. And I got to the point where I've missed out the knot. So that's got a completely different the other way around. I don't even like the way this is asked. So I didn't read the knot. What could this car...
What relevance has that got to you driving?
No, because you had... Well, that's the thing.
Can you explain
it? No, it was like when I was going...
Can you relate your traffic law to this?
So I got this immediately wrong because I didn't read the word not, because I said a tackle ball carrier may immediately pass the ball, true or false. So I went, But then now I remembered the not. I actually failed that exam, that driver's one.
That's why
of all the places in Invercargill as the fail...
That's a trick question,
Yeah.
right?
Well, but throwing the knot in is it a trick question?
Yeah.
Sam, this is you that put it together, right?
I didn't choose the wording, mate. For what it's worth.
That's all right. No, that's fine.
We've come to the end. Is there anything else you want to discuss? Is there any other laws or rules you want to create or take away, JK, other than tearing the whole book up?
I've never passed an exam in my life.
This could be it.
60%.
But my problem is those questions.
No, I don't
Is it the
have an
way
issue
they're
with the
worded,
question.
or is it the rules or the laws?
Well,
So what
this is our problem, right? Our problem, I believe, is we add to a law. So you got, this is the law, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Then you add.
So when you go to a ruck, because it's such a dynamic game, you do not have time, I believe, to actually assess 2 or 3. There should only be one
That's how good
answer.
they are. Yeah, but this is how good these referees are.
No, but that's where you get inconsistency in the referee.
I get that.
Right?
Most
And the
sports
problem
are the
is,
same.
and the problem is that we should let the referees interpret, and we should let them be the refs that they are.
Yeah.
So this guy can ref completely different. What's happened lately is they're trying to homogenise them. And so they're trying to get them all to be the same. And that is fundamentally wrong if you've got multi-choice answers.
Well, no, I don't think they're multi-choice answers. I think they're actually the number of things they have to consider. This is what's great about this, is the number of things you have to consider in every single moment.
There's a multiple choice to the law, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I need to have a lie down. I don't know about anybody else, but you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to go home.
Have a drink.
No. And I'm going to start looking and go, oh, God, I can't believe I got that wrong.